people are tuning in potentially, maybe, who knows? I don't know yet. Well, I guess we'll have to wait to see if people actually tune in. Hello slash craft. Hello everybody. Oh frick. Can the thing fucking... What is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I think I can safely switch over now. Hello, everybody in the universe. Hello, 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 everybody. If you guys were not aware yet, I recently did a poll on over on YouTube, and I asked a lot of you guys what kind of video y'all want to see, you know? And most people, at least by the last time I checked, what general consensus was that you guys wanted me to essentially excuse me, you guys essentially wanted me to teach you guys how I personally draw Sonic and I guess Sonic characters in general. So, it's apparently obvious, it's abundantly obvious, I should say. I really like Sonic, and I've been drawing Sonic. I'm trying to remember for how long it's been, but it's been a while. Okay, it has been a long time. Let's put it that way. Which, by the way, I should probably be recording my. All right, wait. Let me make sure my audio is set up correctly. Playback, recording. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do a clap test real quick. 3, 2, 1. Okay. This is where I start recording. So yes, guys, this video is going to be a little bit different than my previous ones because I know I'm typically known for commentary or analytical type of videos, but in this case, we're going to be drawing. And by we, I mean me, but technically, if you guys want to follow along with the video, like, be my guest. But I do want to put a disclaimer that I am not a professional by any means. I'm still perfecting my craft. I am still learning new techniques and overall improving with each drawing. At least I'd like to think so. So do not take anything of what I say too hard because once again, I'm not a professional art teacher or anything. I'm still currently in school studying art. And so this video is mainly just me going over how I draw Sonic characters and what helped me improve. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. So let's start with opening up the program. So yes, typically what you want when it comes to drawing Sonic characters, you gotta understand the basics. And the best way we can understand the basics is if we look up some pictures. Let me just look up Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Or Hedgehog, as I guess I typed up on accident. Whoops. But anyways, y'all gotta understand that there are basics. There are fundamentals to how Sonic looks as a character. So essentially, I'm gonna pull up an image right here, a reference image. Not the best one, but I digress. Let's pull this up. So, thing with Sonic, even in modern day, despite the controversies with how his appearance is not up to par for a lot of fans, we're not here to debate that. We do not care right now. So, the way that I usually go about drawing Sonic characters is, I mean, if you're just starting out, you definitely want to use a lot of references, and you might even want to kind of outline the basic shapes that you see. And you use that I think it's called is it called like the crosshair method? I don't know what the fuck it's called. Again, guys, I am not a professional by any means, but you essentially build out the shapes. Here, I'll even lower the opacity here real quick. And you essentially just want to map out the general shapes. Anyone who tells you to do this technique for drawing arms and limbs and shit, bro, like, don't do this. It is not gonna help you. At least it doesn't for me, especially when it comes to Sonic characters. Because the thing with Sonic characters, they don't follow human anatomy, okay? Their proportions are a lot different, besides maybe a couple things. I'm looking at you, Rouge the Bat. But if anything, you want to look at limbs more like cylinders, especially with Sonic characters, because you notice right here, their limbs are very cylindrical, and then there's a lot of circular bean-like shapes. So yeah, and again, even with the leg, it's like a little tube, like a cylinder, you know? Like, you really gotta map out what you're drawing here, you know? And you don't have to be precise. You kind of just have to, like, generally understand what shapes are where, how they bend, how they move. Like, right now, I'm literally not trying to be extra detailed. I'm kind of just, like, scribbling. But obviously, again, it just takes time to practice. And you see, like, with the quills, boom, boom. So you got the general shape, right? And also, I should probably be playing music. What am I doing? Ah! This video is scuffed. I'll figure out a way how to edit this. Let's look up Sonic music. Let's see. Alright, here's some good music. Alright. So yes. Oh god, I accidentally tabbed. Whoops, there we go. Okay. So guys, you're basically understanding kind of what I'm going for. And you'll notice too, a lot of the time with Sonic characters, they're never really just still, you know what I mean? They're not just static. The thing with Sonic characters, like, I'll even, like, we'll keep this to the side, right? Oh fuck, that's the wrong thing. We'll keep this to the side. You see how you already got, like, the general shape of Sonic right here. Get that color back, thank you. So yeah, you basically already kind of get his general shape. I didn't even do the muzzle, but, like, that's a whole other thing. We're not gonna get into the semantics of it, because I don't want to hear people complaining about the muzzle. Okay, we know. But anyways, so if I pull up more images of Sonic, right? His design is very dynamic, and he does a lot of cool dynamic poses, because that's how we be. So, like, take this image for example. We got this image of him right here. We'll even increase that, actually. Increase that. Yes, thank you. And then we're gonna move that down here. Oop. Can this guy move, please? Thank you. So we're gonna lower this guy's opacity so you can kind of understand again. So, again, I know a lot of people in our community like to say, oh my god, tracing is bad. Which it is, especially if you're stealing art from other artists. However, it's not a bad tool when it comes to just starting out in art. So once again, you're gonna want to map out the basic shapes. So you got, like, his quills, pointy ears. They don't have to be exact, guys, okay? This is just practice. Got, like, the muzzle shape, the eye shape, the bean-like body, his limbs protruding. Again, think of them as tubes. Do not think of them as, like, little sticks with, like, ball for the knee and where the elbow would be. Don't think of it like that, bro. It's gonna mess you up completely. And then with hands, you just kind of want to map out. You can even use, like, your real hand for reference, guys. Like, do not be afraid to do that, because I can tell you with certainty, there have been numerous times where I use my own hand and I just stare at it and I keep it in a specific pose at a specific angle that I'm trying to get it to be at. You feel me? And again, just map out basic shapes, like for a sock right here. See, like, you're just mapping out the basics. And again, don't be afraid to exaggerate with Sonic, because as I previously mentioned numerous times at this point, he is not a very static character. There's obviously times when you can do that, but I am not the person to ask for advice for that, because see, look at that. We're already getting the general shape down. But yes, I am not a good person to ask for advice when it comes to anything that's essentially static and still. Make a bean and put 4 noodles on it. Essentially, yeah. And if anything here, I'll give you a quick rundown of how I typically go around or go about sketching Sonic. Let's pick out a blue color though, make him stand out. Okay, so for example, if I want to replicate this specific pose, again, you kind of want to start out with the basic shapes. It doesn't have to be exact, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not gonna come out exact the way I want it to. I can already see it's not formulating the way that I want it to, but that's okay, because again, I am not a master by any means when it comes to giving advice for this kind of stuff. We got the gloves right there. And then yeah, you'll notice that like on his gloves, it shows you essentially where you want to put the fingers is based off the knuckle. Again, this is not exact, okay? This is not very accurate, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little look-see in how it goes. Because I know I'm mentioning that you guys should use references. I'm gonna be honest though, I've drawn Sonic so much that I honestly prefer just not looking at references, because I know it's a little counterintuitive to say this, but sometimes using references too much can actually hinder, it can definitely hinder your creativity in a way where it almost feels like you have to copy it one for one, and thus you're holding yourself back a lot of the time, you feel me? And so I personally try not to use references, but also it's because I just know how to draw Sonic. Like I draw this dude every day pretty much. Let's see, we already got like the basic pose. See, like we got the hand down. The hand's a little wide right here, but we'll fix that. Or his arm, I should say, but whatever. Anyways, again, just kind of use the knowledge that we got. A little smirk. You got a little, see, like I'm saying, there's a lot of beans, a lot of like round shapes of Sonic. Obviously, there's also the, how would you call it? There's also, of course, the sharper ones like for his quills and whatnot. But Sonic is still a very rotund character. And here's the thing too, right? Like I'm using a reference right now, and already I can feel myself holding myself back. So I'm like, I want this to look like the reference. Which, again, for some might work. For me in particular, it doesn't always work. Because again, I am personally of that kind of artist where whenever I use a reference, I can feel myself holding back. But yes, this is essentially kind of the basis I'm going for, right? Again, it's not perfect, but if you want to use references, you can do that. Or if you're a little more like me and you don't like using references, you kind of just map out the general pose you want to go for. Like, I want him looking up. I want him to, like, protrude his thumb out. Or not his thumb, his index finger. And then, like, have, like, almost like a pointing up at something. Kind of. So, like, here we got the hand right there. We're gonna draw, like, the little rings to signify where his gloves are. And since it's, like, a perspective drawing, you obviously want to draw the cylindrical arm. going small because it's further away and it's going up at us. And he draws little gut right here. Obviously he's bending like crazy. He's hitting like that Michael Jackson type of pose. No, not actually, but you can kind of understand what I mean when don't be afraid to exaggerate, guys. Like, it literally, the more you practice exaggerated poses, it gets better, especially when it comes to Sonic, because this dude be exaggerating his fucking pose. He got too much aura, you know what I mean? And then we'll go in, draw the muzzle. Get that cheeky grin in there. Hello, Claire. Hello. Or sorry, Sundays. But hello, welcome. But yes, guys, this is how we generally go about it. Or at least how I go about it, okay? It's not perfect, once again. And I am not the best person to ask for advice. But a lot of you guys were curious about my process of how I go about drawing Sonic characters. And this is basically what it is. Something of the sort like that. Got a little cheeky grin there. Something like that. Something like that. So that's just a general, like a basic sketch, if you will, of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll even fix this finger a little bit. There you go, something like that. But you'll notice that again, you literally just gotta go with the flow. Sometimes you can go back and backtrack and fix stuff, but this is Sonic, okay? This is how I go about drawing them. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to it. And also, obviously, if you guys play the games, you'll know that it is... what's the word? There's various body types, okay? It's not all just the general rule, which is like the thing with Sonic characters, like they generally follow, at least most, they follow like the chest and the lower body part and then the legs, and they kind of just like go straight. Like it's not, there's like no curves on most wink on most Sonic characters. But obviously, there are some characters that do break the mold, and you have to add like a chest. You can add like the chest, or if they're bigger, you can add obviously more exaggerated features like so. So you just kind of just counter, like it's still basically the same rule of thumb if they're like normal Sonic height, if you will. But yeah, you see how it's still essentially the same basis. You got like that bean circular type of body. Or if you have, let's say for example, let's take Vector's stuff for example, like Vector's proportion, Vector the crocodile. His is way more actual animalistic looking than the other Sonic characters. Like for example, his body proportions, they're more like you literally just take the base of a crocodile. You have like a very like way more like broader shoulders. Right here's where his arms would be. And then you'd have like where the scaly part of his, I guess, the underbelly would be. And then obviously his fucking head would be up here, but I ain't fucking drawing Vector, because who the fuck draws Vector, bro? Ain't no one drawing that guy. But yeah, he has like that weird leg thing going, and his tail like pokes out. Like something like that. He got tiny ass legs, bro. We're supposed to skip leg day or something. But it's basically something like that. And then obviously again, his head would be like somewhere up here, which I'm not drawing. I'm not even gonna try. And then to give you another example, let's try drawing Amy, for example. Let's draw Amy. Amy is one of those female characters, so she'd have slightly different proportions than Sonic. We're gonna see if I can try drawing her in a static pose, but I'll be honest, I don't think it's possible for me because, again, I already try to keep my characters very dynamic looking because Sonic characters in particular are very dynamic. It's very rare where they're just kind of like, it's at least in like official art. Maybe recently it's more common, but back in the good old days, they were still very dynamic. You would not really see them standing completely still unless it was like a character sheet or something of the sort, you feel me? So yeah, Amy has like chest because she's female, and I guess that's why they had chest her. I don't fucking know, but she has a chest. And then you draw like the base of her dress skirt, I guess. A little line to accentuate that she's wearing a fitted top part on the top of the dress. She has like that little thing, that collar thing from her dress. I think that's a collar thing. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but you have her arm right there. Arm can show here. You can even add like the little shoulder part if you'd like to. And yeah. And then of course she has her bangs. Hello, Silver Shade. She got the bangs. They kind of look similar to Tails, so just keep that in mind. A lot of things are repeated, like I mentioned a million times by now, like I'm repeating myself now. A lot of things are repeated with Sonic characters. Not in a bad way where they look like unoriginal or anything, but there's certain themes in the way that they're drawn, if you know me. And also, when you're drawing, do not forget to flip your canvas, because sometimes you don't, and things just don't look correct that you would not have noticed until you flipped the canvas. So Amy got a little smile, a little short, no, like a, ooh, there we go. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Like a big smile, yeah. And her big old eyeballs. This is more just my art style, guys. If you want to learn how to draw in like the official art styles, I'd have to make a whole different video for that. I could not tell you how I do it, even though I do occasionally draw the characters in like the official art styles, if you will. But that's another topic for another day. And then of course Amy got like that Karen cut, so her quills kind of like swoop down like a bob cut, like a Karen cut. So this quill would be going down. Her ear would be poking up a little bit up here. And then her ear would be over here. Genuine question, what pen/brush do you use? It's one that I found on Twitter. I'd have to see if I can find it again because I could not tell you, but honestly, it really doesn't matter what pen you use for drawing, but if you want my specific one, you'd probably have to wait till I find it. But I don't know if I got time to find it right now. But yeah, this is kind of what Amy's hair looks like. Generally, I think it's like at least 2 or 3, so 2 or 3 quills from her Karen cut on this side. And then also, again, depending on the angle, there's either going to be 1 or 2. There could be 1 or 2 on this side, but I'm doing like the 3/4, I guess, profile view, sorta, so be something like that. And then, of course, her legs would be protruding down. She got those high top boots, so it'd show up something like that. And then they'd go down like this. You can add details for the boots. I'm not really trying to get too detailed with it, but like so, something like that. Something like that. And then obviously we're not going to skip out on actually drawing the arms, because that's a common thing I hate drawing sometimes. I just like to hide the arms away, but we're going to actually draw it this time. And obviously you guys remember she has a big ass ring on her cuffs. And that's a hand. It's not that great, but whatever, we're going to keep it. Since this hand's clearly behind, and draw the ring down there. And then the other hand. Again, not perfect, but it really doesn't have to be. Honestly, just practicing general anatomy is going to help a lot, even though, again, their anatomy isn't quite 1-for-1 with humans, but it does help a lot if you're drawing hands a lot, which Sonic characters have big hands, so that's low-key important. And by low-key, I mean high-key. But yeah, that's pretty much what Amy would look like. And then obviously she does have her little headband, which I didn't even include here. Whoopsies. But yeah, it's like back there. Headband. Head. And like so. So yeah, that would be Amy Rosu. Like that. Okay. So that's Amy. And now for our last character. Since this is a hot topic right now, we're gonna draw and potentially color it in. We'll see, depending on how I feel about the sketch, but we're gonna try drawing Silver the Hedgehog, because I know a lot of people struggle with this dude immensely. So let's do that. Also, we're gonna change this music, bro. We gotta pick something a little more fitting, like his actual theme. Because yes, guys, any excuse to talk about Silver. We're gonna bring up Silver the Hedgehog. And I'll even keep this as reference if you guys want to follow along. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. It's fine. But we'll include them. I'll even lower the opacity. Put that there. And now I will try drawing. And this is where I'm going to kind of shut up, because we'll let the drawing do the talking. And that's the thing with this video. If you guys want to follow along, you can try following along. But I do sketch kind of fast. So if you want to slow down the video, go ahead and do so. 'Cause every night I won't save your life. Every night I will be with you. Have you been drawing since you were hella young? I wouldn't say since I was like super young. Well, okay, in terms of drawing Sonic, I didn't start drawing Sonic till I was like I would say like middle school. So I was probably like what, like 10, 11, maybe like 12. Cuz I distinctly remember going into high school and I think I wasn't even 13 yet. So I think it was like 11, 12 years old, maybe 12 actually, because I distinctly remember it was what was it specifically? I believe that it was my last year of middle school, which is when I started like really getting into Sonic and whatnot. Like I knew of Sonic, you feel me, but like I definitely didn't like like really get into it till later on. But yes, I've technically been drawing for quite a while, pretty much my whole life. I should totally draw her if I had the monies. I unfortunately am in dire need of funds, so I wish as much as I'd like to draw stuff for free. I work solely off commissions at the moment. I don't mean it in any way. I'm sorry if that came out stupid, by the way. I don't mean it in every way. I have a VGen somewhere. I think it's on my, I think it's in my Twitter bio. I think my sketches are like $10 question mark. Can't remember right now. They used to be 20, but no one would buy them, so rip. It's fine though. Shut the hell up, bro. Think about the good times. Wait, thinking though, guys. Oh shoot. Here, let me change the canvas size so it can fit the whole thing. It is no use. Do, 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 do. Let's play this one. That is silver. I still remember seeing this live, bro. At least at the Sonic Symphony, I should say. It was pretty cool. Okay, I think we did it. Well, besides the little details. Okay, I think that's pretty much good enough. There you have it, guys. That's how you draw Silver the Hedgehog. I hope this helps, even though I know I didn't even explain anything, but we basically went over my basics, bro. It's just mainly, again, it's literally just going over references, trial and error, exaggeration in poses. And that's kind of pretty much it. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of just how I go about it. I know it's different for everybody. I wish I could provide more help on that, but I mean, again, the only thing I can really do is just like you just gotta look at for the basic shapes. Again, circle for the palm, little nubs for the fingers, the bean body, bent for exaggeration, tubes for the legs and the arms. Just kind of the basics. More tubes for that. Beans for the feet. You know what I mean? Like it's all just like trial and error. Instructions and clear. I made Maria. All right, buddy. Like, see, it's. I really just can't provide a whole lot of like explanation on how to do it. I'm like the worst person trying to do that. I'm not gonna lie. But if this is something that you guys want to see a more deep dive on, then maybe I'll make something for that. But for the time being, this is what you get. We'll even try. I can even try coloring it too. Maybe. Let's try coloring it. Here, let's turn this up. Oh shit. Kingdom. Dude, this fucking song used to be my ringtone for my alarm, and it would scare the fuck out of me every time it played. I'm not even lying, by the way. The sword, rushing through the branch of the power in you. What the helly? Do 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 do. Sent over some money. Thank you. I shall check it out in a little bit. This is basic coloring, by the way, guys. It's not perfect. I'm sorry. Ooh, it's playing my favorite song. Yippee! Ever played Rat Shaker? I have not. Ever drew Big Cat? Nope. But I could try that. That's the first time for everything. Or Robonic is an actual egg. Wouldn't that just be a pointy nose and egg? Like an egg with pointy nose and the little goggles. It's a one-way track. Well, yeah, true. Think this way. See, like, dude, what the fuck? Shadow used to have, or not Shadow, Silver used to have, like, tanner skin and they fucking whitewashed my boy, bruh. Jesus Christ, that shit too big. Yeah, I think it's been there for a while now. Anyways, that's your decked out Silver the Hedgehog. Oh, there you guys go. It's done. Silver the Hedgehog. Silver, 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 yes. Take a good gander at him. Honestly, this came out better than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. I thought low-key be buns, but because that's the thing with me, it's like I feel like every time I stream myself drawing it's like low-key poop. But this one actually don't look that bad. Like, look at that. That's him. Like, let's just like admire Silver. When would anyone in the Sonic franchise ever love chili cheese fries? Wouldn't that just be Sonic, bro? Anyways, put the signature. Signature time. Actual heat, thank you. Put it up there. Look at that distinguished gentleman. Thank you everybody. I try my best. Which actually, guys, I was thinking about making a video about Silbert the Hedgehog, but that's only there's enough interest, so I will leave that up to you guys to decide if that's what we're doing, you know? But yeah, I mean, again, I unfortunately can't really give. I'm like the worst person to ask for advice when it comes to drawing Sonic characters or really anything because I'm not an art teacher or anything like that. But all I can say is just practice, look at reference if that's what you prefer. Or again, if you're someone like me who doesn't like to really use references most of the time, just literally come up with anything. It could literally be the most dumbest exaggerated pose ever. It literally does not matter. And it will work, trust me. I'm gonna call this, get rid of this. Yeah, you could literally make like anything, bro. You can make any kind of pose as long as you get the fundamentals, like head, bean body, like the legs and everything too. Like, as long as you just get the general, like, idea down, you can pretty much make anything, brothers and sisters and others. Like, again, like, this isn't even anything, and, like, you can kind of already get what the pose is based off the gestures, like, literally, it's just gesture drawing. Like, that's all it takes. It's just practicing gestures and all of that. Again, this is not even perfect. Like, this is just a bunch of scribbles. But, like, you can still understand what's going on, you feel me? Like, same thing with Shadow the Hedgehog. But if you are curious about how to draw side views, I can show this, though. You're essentially just, like, foreshortening it, and then you just draw the little bulbous head. And there should be like a little exaggerated like nub part that sticks out to show off the like where the eyebrow creases. It's not even really eyebrow, but where the eye creases, I guess. Taking me. Once again, get that bean body in. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh, Sydney, what the heck? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. You got the tube. I just saw you live, thought I'd come through a bit. Thank you though for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm trying to teach the viewers how to draw Sonic characters, but I'm like the worst person to ask for tips because it literally just comes down to just do it. Like just draw it. Women have to do things that want to get better. That's not fair. Only good, no bad. Only skill, no do. True. That's real. Damn, it's popping on Twitch. It is, bro. What the hell? That's crazy. It's like the most active I've seen my Twitch be in a hot minute. I think you guys just like Sonic. Bruh, nah, you're a hater. What the hell, bruh? What the hell? Yeah, like that's Shadow. He is the coolest. Yeah, the way you gotta remember with Shadow shoes is they're basically like boots. Like mini boots, kind of. At least that's how I try to remember like how to draw it, because I be forgetting some of them low-key. To all Twitch, YouTube better just saying, brother, stop! No way, put him in Sonic is literally us. True. I'm literally Shadow. He's literally me. It's something like that. Something. Something like this. Also, hello. Welcome to the stream. Put me as a storyboard artist, Sega. I'm begging. Yeah, it's basically... Oh shit, whoop. It's basically Shadow. Basically, at least. Yeah, big ass feet, bruh. I'm noticing, but it's okay. But that's him right there. That's, hang on, wait. That's me. That's me. And then, yeah, that's literally me. That's funny though. But yes, this is just essentially how I do things. It's not perfect, of course, but that's how I do it. I just do it. You literally just practice, guys. That's pretty much. Oh shoot! Whoops, bro, it's not shut up, bro. That's literally me. That is literally me, bro. Don't even try me, bro. That's me. Trying to figure out who else we drawing. We gotta end it up with the closer. But I can stop recording the video now though. Wait, I just realized Silver Shade didn't include any reference images. Include any reference images. Oopsies. Oh. But I need references. I need references. Yo guys, you'll get to see what the characters be looking like when you actually practice drawing. Did you draw Surge? No, but I can if you pay me. Wink. Wink. I'm just kidding. I'll probably draw her. I'm not the best at drawing Surge though. I apologize in advance. Hog. Live life, bruh. Live, laugh, love. I might draw her. Let's see. I'll do a quick. You sent it. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna do a quick Surge sketch. What does she look like again? I'm just kidding. I know what she looks like, but like... hang on. Surge the... Oops, what the flip? Yep, Tenric. I like how the first fucking thing is search the Tenric age. Motherfucker, I know what you all are. I know what some of you people are. She's my oomph. I'll draw yours after Silvershade. We'll draw Roxy at the very end. And I think that'll close it off. But I'm gonna quickly try to draw Surge and see if I even can. Because one thing that really bothers me when people draw her is they always just like, in mirror, like, let's just draw big boobs. And I'm like, brother, she didn't even got it like that, bro. And I don't mean that in a weird way, but like, brother, like she's just a girl. Like, just let her be. Why you gotta like be gooner with her? Like by default, it's weird. It's a weird champ. Some people do her justice though. What the heck? Honestly, reading after the lore of the stream. You tell me I'm saying Surge kind of goes hard, brother. I told you, bruh. Surge does go hard, but her fans are sometimes annoying. And I'm not saying like the good ones. When I say like Surge fans are annoying, I mean more like the people who, what's it called? How would I say it? Okay, for one, people who ship her with Sonic, I don't trust, because that ship is just like an absolute no for me. That's just me though. That's just my opinion. However, the people who actually characterize her well, I'm like, yes, you're cool, and I appreciate people who draw her without immediately being like, let's goon. Let's be a goon. Thank you, bro. Oh my god, bro. Every time I try to tell anybody that's a whole lesbian, like, people get mad at me. I'm like, that is a whole lesbian. I don't care. That's a whole lesbian. Secondly, another thing that annoys me is like when what's it called? How to explain this? It's kind of like when people just immediately act like she's like overpowered, like she's the strongest character. Because I'm like, dude, no offense, like, as much as I would want to see her kick some of these like characters' asses, realistically, and the thing is, she could be a really strong character, definitely in the top, you know, top 10, top 5, whatever the hell. But the thing that people don't understand with her is that she is too, I guess, I don't know if arrogance is a word, but she'd be going crazy, and so she doesn't really take the time to really hone in her powers and understand them, I guess, if you will, and she'd just be going ballistic. Like, she doesn't care about anything or anyone, so it's obviously Kit. So, like, I feel like that's her biggest weakness, right? That she just goes too crazy without planning or without anything. And that's the thing, she's too stubborn, you know, like, but people don't realize that. And that's something, if she had the potential, if she had like all the time and everything that all these other characters got, perhaps she'd be up there. But people saying, like, for example, that that she could beat what am I trying to think of? Like, I've seen people be like, oh, she could be Shadow or she could be Knuckles, which some of those I'm like, you know what, maybe not. It really just depends, you know. It really depends on the time of day. It really depends on like a lot of things, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I personally don't think she could be Shadow. That's just me though. But other characters, oh, 100%. There's like a couple I'd rather not names, that are not getting into whole power scaling debate, but there are definitely some characters I do think she could be. And that's the other thing too, people don't realize, like, with Surge, is like, she is obviously a powerhouse, but she also gets too ahead of herself. She gets too cocky. Like, literally with Metal Sonic, for example, the only reason that she basically beat him was because it was a 2v1. Do I think she could eventually beat him? For sure. But I do know that she was 100% getting her ass kicked. And that's just how it is, you know. It's not because I hate her, but, you know, it's just, y'all gotta understand, like, you can like a character and acknowledge they have flaws. That just goes with anything, right? And I think that's why, excuse me, for the longest time, I didn't really vibe with a lot of the Surge fans, because they were like, she's literally like the best character, she's like perfect. Which, I mean, you can think she's the best character, of course. Like, that's not me saying you can't like her. But people try to ignore what's blatantly like true about her for the sake of like winning arguments, or for winning yeah, exactly, that's what it is. Like, the reason why she keeps losing all the damn time is because she got tunnel vision, bro. She's like, I'm so great, I'm so this, like, I can beat everybody. But it's like, girl, if you're not focusing and you're not actually, you know, planning, thinking things through, like, you're not gonna win. And even then, like, people always try to say, like, oh, Sonic has like plot, what's it called? Like, plot shield, is that what it's called? Like, plot armor. And it is kind of true to an extent, but I'm like, you also gotta realize, like, Sonic's just him, bruh. Like, Sonic just is him. And so people, like, again, even though I would 100%, I do love seeing, like, the fan art where she's whooping Sonic's ass, I just feel like Sonic, at the end of the day, above anything, would still come out on top. That's just how it is. Because, again, with Surge, she got the tunnel vision, and she also less experience. Like, at the end of the day, she's just less experienced. Like, that's just blatantly true, you know. But again, you can't really tell them there's some of the Surge heads out there, because they be mad as hell, bruh. They be like, no, this is not true. Like, she's literally perfect. And I'm like, you could think she's perfect, but like, you also can't ignore what's like just blatantly obvious, blatantly there, you feel me? But that's like me trying to say that, for example, like, this is always bait, by the way, but I'm always like, oh my god, I hate Silver, like, this guy stinks, this guy sucks. But like, no, like, realistically speaking, this guy's cool. Like, he just is cool. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. But yeah, I do like Surge, though, to answer the question for any people out there who thought I didn't for whatever reason. I do like Surge. I think my thing with me is like my enjoyment of the character. Like the second I just stop paying attention to certain Sonic heads, it's like, or like Sonic fans, it's like that's when I start being like, yep, this is cool now, because I no longer have to have a bitch in my ear telling me that like, oh no, how dare you like this, or how dare you criticize our favorite character. And it's like, brother, like I like this character because they're flawed, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't realize that you can like a character even though they're flawed. Like what? Also, I'm suddenly sucking ass at drawing this hand. No, I'm slipping. But also the people who like, they make Surge so out of character, they piss me off too, I'm not gonna lie to you. But that's just me. Yeah, no, I 100%, it's called honestly my favorite part of Surge is chaotic nature. Something about a character who's on neither side of the spectrum and is on a journey of her own really goes hard for me. That's the thing too, because like I really, what's it called? Oh, I know who you're talking about, Sid. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I don't fucking like that artist. I'm sorry to say, but I don't like that artist. But no, I really don't like when people just like, cause like for one, like I just feel like that's just so out of character. I could definitely see that like one Surge, you know, if she does get that redemption arc that everyone's been waiting for, if she were to get something like that, I just don't think romance is the way to go with her character. I'm sorry, I just don't think that's like at all the route that they should go, which I don't think they will, thankfully, but. People just, they just can't acknowledge that like oh my god, that just scared the crap out of me, Jesus Christ. Like people just can't have like can't characters like really just, like especially male and female characters, can't they just have a normal dynamic? I beg. Like a platonic one, if you feel me, you know, like it's very possible to do, but people are dumb and they act like that's impossible, basically. No, like in like, here's the thing. Again, I for one am of the belief that she's a lesbian. That's just me. That's just the vibe she gives me. She just seems like the biggest man hater. Like I don't know, dude. But no, like what Chompy was saying, I do like that whole like chaotic nature of her character, because no, literally, like she was forced to basically be a what's the word? She was basically conditioned to be like, yep, you're supposed to be better than Sonic, you're supposed to be like this, you're supposed to be that. And it's like, oh wait, nope, wait, is it back? Okay. Oh my god. Hello? Hello, please don't leave. I'm back. Nope, the stream is back. It's back, it's back, it's back, it's back. It's back, it's back. It's back, guys. Please don't leave me. No! It's back. It's back, I promise. But yeah, okay, so the funny part, right? As many of you guys know, at least some real gummy heads out there, they are aware that I used to have an Ocean canon ship, and it was with, what's it called? It was with Scourge the Hedgehog and Nebula the Hedgehog. And let's just say that I may or may not have drawn a fan design for what their kid would look like. And no lie, dude, like it literally just looks like a trans mask Surge. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Like I wish I was joking, but I'm literally not joking at all. Like in the slightest, and it makes me really embarrassed to admit that, but it basically just looks like Surge. And like, I remember for the longest time, like when I used to do the cringe Sonic RP. Okay, it's not cringe if people still do it. Like, I don't care if you do, but it's been so hard for me to really like even want to continue stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyways, I used to do that, and every time like there'd be like a Surge that wanted to do like a RP with my OC, part of me would be like, I can't unsee it, so it'd be so hard, bro. I'm just kidding. It's fine if people do it, you know, like it's your guys' cup of tea. It's just not something that I've been trying to like, because I see all my friends getting back into it, and I'm like, I try to go back, but I can't. I try. Yeah, thank God I'm a man, so Surge can kill me. What the hell, bro? Dude, I'm low-key just drawing her from memory. I feel like this is low-key buns. See, this is what I mean when I can't draw still poses, bro. Like, they need to be dynamic. I can't. Dude, can I freaking make this eraser bigger, please? Thank you. Like, I literally can't draw if it's not a dynamic pose. Also, it's playing my favorite song again for some reason. God, you're Amy Oh, really? You did? Nice. It's probably Loki buns, but it's okay. At least my tutorial, I mean. Not your Amy. Your Amy's probably really good. Wait, did you send me it? No, you didn't. I thought you did. But yeah, like, dude, I warned you guys that I can't draw like regular stand-up poses, and I was correct because I can't do it. Gonna think this way. Oh wait, she doesn't have pointy ears like that. I forgot hers are more round. Whoopsies. I think they look like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, earrings. Something like that. I know she has like that black patch on like right here. Thank you. Feel whack for being a and liking Surge. Dude, it's fine, bro. If you like Surge, that's fine, bro. Like, it might be... I don't even know if I'd call it basic, to be honest, but... I mean, I think they wanted the people to like her. I mean, they keep bringing back like the green rival for Sonic, so clearly there's a type for the Sonic fans in terms of like what they like, you know, you feel me? And Loki should have had her flipping somebody off. Yeah, there you go. I just wanted an excuse to have her flipping somebody off. That is canon. It's so funny too, because I remember like I used to not be a fan of like her design, and I was like, it doesn't feel too Sonic-like. But now I'm like, dude, I don't care anymore. I still think it's pretty good. Well, okay, and reason why I thought that was I was low-key biased. I think I preferred her some of her beta designs. I just like them a little bit more. Just a little bit. But I'm also just like I'm a very biased person, so I just like spikiness. But this still looks really good. I still like her design though. I've come around. Yeah, exactly. She definitely did grow on me. Because I just remember when I was like, yeah, I think her design's alright. And then we saw the beta designs and I was like, we missed out on peak. I mean, it's still pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Still pretty good. I just like spikiness. Oh shoot, what happened? Oh, it swapped to the wrong one. There we go. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, there was beta designs for Surge, and I just like them a little better, but that's just me. That's my opinion. But yes, that is Surge, and now we will continue and finish off the stream with the commission. I didn't see any specifics. You know what to do. Just draw her. We just draw Roxy for Silver Shade. I'll even show her on the stream for y'all so y'all can see who we drawing. Oh my god, I have hiccups. Longest mini stream I've ever been a part of. Yeah. Tiny. My doggy's in the room. It is a pretty cool OC, yes. Sorry guys, I'm so locked in. Oh my god, I didn't like I literally held my breath for so long. He's Spider-Man. That is true. She can do that. Not me counting the fingers, make sure I put enough. Ooh, nice. There we go. There you go. There you go. Sketch done. Oh, I'm stupid. Whoopsies. Let me fix that. There you go. All done. There you go. Thank you. Here, I'll put that on VGen. Mark as whip, and then mark as complete because I finished it super quick. And then we're gonna put... and save. My stream disconnected again. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for me. Hope that helped a lot with how to draw Sonic characters. I hope. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.